I'm stuck in traffic here. This is southbound Interstate 5, right near the Mount Shasta viewpoint, coming down from Anderson Grade Summit. It must have just happened a minute or so ahead of me, and for the last 10 minutes it was really stalled. We're slowly trickling, probably through a bottleneck. I'm guessing that the accident is just right in front of me here, kind of near the Shasta River. So everything's diverting into the lane I'm in, and it looks like traffic's even going around onto the shoulder here. So I'm guessing both lanes are pretty much involved. There's a semi up there. He's bouncing around in the gravel. Officer reigniting the flares. So it's a Penske truck rental, and looks like the trailer of it just completely capsized over both sides of the freeway. Man, that thing is wedged. Alright, it is morning, Veterans Day 2023. There seems to be an inversion above me, at least from the mountains around there. You can see the edge of the fog. So I'm below it at the moment. That's where I camped overnight. And I'm going to be heading, I'm just off the Long Canyon Road right now. I'm going to be heading to get to the Stony Ridge trailhead and hiking up to Stonewall Pass area in the Red Trinities. Okay, we are here at the Stony Ridge trailhead. Beautiful morning here. I'm the only one at the parking lot. It's actually warmer up here than in the valley. There's a big fog inversion over Trinity Lake. And I remember that from November of 2 years ago. The valleys would be very fogged in and look really pretty from up here. So, at any rate, we're going to be heading up towards Stonewall Pass. This is the Red Trinities. There's a couple mountains that are about 8,000 feet, all within that vicinity. It's just straight up from here. And here's a view of the map. So I might try to get up into there. Granite Peak, Middle, it depends on daylight. I don't think I can do all these. I'd like to get to Echo, Van Mater Meadows, Red Mountain. Okay, kind of a little area that got cleared out. That's the area I'm heading towards. There's a view of all the inversion. Another view of all the fog. I just veered off of the main trail from Stonewall Pass. As the crow flies, about 0.4 miles to that pass in that direction. I'm taking this fainter trail, and then I'm going to spur off and climb my first summit there, Granite Peak. Pretty steep ascent up the granite boulders. All noble fir forest. No snow here. I'll be at 8,000 feet. I still got about 0.2 miles to go, and it's looking even steeper up ahead. Now I'm on the actual Granite Mountain Trail, just below the top. Look at that view. Weaverville somewhere under the fog in there. You can see the Central Valley beyond, Shasta Valley, Redding, they're out of the fog. Alright, so I'm just about the summit. This is the former fire lookout they had here. There's even a date inscribed, September 12th, 1941. So that was 82 years ago now, just before Pearl Harbor. There's a view of the red Trinities. I gotta get to the true summit just right there. Looking at Shasta with a nice coating of snow. You can see Castle Crags and the Gray Rocks. Fog looks like it's starting to burn off a little bit. And a very nice view of the White Trinities. You can see kind of a dusting of snow on all of them. And of course, two army boxes. And the red Trinities, clearly you can see the red peridotite. And then the peak I'm on, as well as Gibson and Siligo, are all a whiter granite. They're not as white as the true core of the Trinities. I'm just below the summit of Middle Mountain. Here it is all peridotite, red peridotite. There's where I came from. It's all granite. Transition was right in there, and there was actually a couple little bit of marble outcroppings, which was bizarre. This open meadow here, all these weirdly shaped pine trees are all called foxtail pines. They're a unique species only found in California. There's this northern population here in the Klamath, and then there's a southern population of them down in Kings Canyon, Mount Whitney area. The ones here, it just came from that tree there. That one's got to be close to 1,000 years old. The interior of it is rotting away. As you can see, the fog is really breaking up. It should all be gone here very shortly. Top of Middle Peak. There's a lot of flies up here. I'm kind of surprised, being that it's middle of November, just about. There's a beautiful view of Echo Lake. You can kind of see, it's either Billy B. Dam or Anna Lake. It's, you can see the trail for it. And then the tip of the lake is right there. There was a fire, I believe, earlier this year. And you can see kind of the burn. Looks like it's all out now. Foxtail pines all around me. There's granite where I came from. Okay, there's Middle Peak where I came from. I followed this ridge, and now I'm trying to descend down Echo Lake. It's a little bit sketchy. It's all kind of an icy color, if you want to even call it that. Echo Lake is right there. The red Trinities, I think they call that Dolomite Ridge or something. That might be all part of Gibson Peak. At any rate, it's just kind of a slow trek here. Let's see which is the best way down. Okay, this is Echo Lake. Apologies for the glare. Very pretty. Quiet this time of year. I can hear grasshoppers for how late in the season it is. Some nice mountains here. Saw some movement earlier. There's a frog just hiding under the water there. About 2 inches long. It's another view of Echo Lake. Echo! Oh, it was an echo. Echo! Alright, so following this little crude trail. This is right at the exit here. I gotta descend down to get to the main trail that I've been on this morning, climb back up at 500 feet to get to Stonewall Pass, which is back in that direction. Okay, so I caught the main trail. Stonewall Pass is in that direction, straight ahead. Echo Lake is where I came from, tucked up in there. This area reminds me a lot of the Wenatchee Mountains up in Washington State. It's kind of the same geology. You got this red peridotite, open forest, and then across the way you would have the Stewart Range, which looks somewhat similar to the Trinities. Big granite batholith. So yeah, this area just reminds me a lot of like the Longs Pass, Ingalls Lake, Ingalls Pass area. Okay, I've skipped recording for a bit, but here I am on top of Red Mountain. Oh, there's a register. I just came from Echo Lake, of course, down in there. Hiked the trail to Stonewall Pass, and then I angled up here. There's Middle and Granite. Good view of all the mountains. Got like an hour and a half, less than that, till the sunset. So I have a feeling I'm going to be hiking, get back to the car when it's dark. I'm back at the trail. I think this is what they call Stony Meadows. A little bit of water tucked in there. I got, let's see, 45 minutes till sundown. Maybe an extra hour of visible light after that. So, and I still got a little over 2 miles to get to my car with a lot of switchbacks. Sun is set, still about a mile to go. There's a little bit of sun hitting the peaks to the south. I think that's the Yalabala area. Shasta Bally's over there. And I really shortcutted my way down. Pretty much came straight down as much as I could, because this trail likes to switch back a lot. And I believe this was all excavated recently due to that fire that was just to the west here. It was probably like a fire break. Granite Mountain, a little bit of alpenglow on it. Well, I made it. Still some light out. I actually shortcutted down their fire line to where it ended right along the road here.